guys, Roxbox 90 here with the results for the ABU Games 31 packs in 31 days giveaway. So it's been way more than 31 days, but we're finally here. Everybody entered, to my knowledge. I gave that warning today early so that people had time to get in their last bids. Some people did, some people tried, and I put it all together. So I went through all the videos, checked all the comments, and as you can see here, I have list of all the people who tried entering and the number of questions that they got right. And then, as I said, the people who get the most right are entered into the pool. So we have, in terms of the people who are going to be part of the raffle, so to speak, for the prizes, we have Non-Fly-In Hawaiian, Luke Frazier, Etched Hero, Doable Stingray, Walter Pipke, 1989, Mr. Zoichi, Sky Hunter 613, and that is it. Those people got 30 out of 31 questions correct in total. And since they all tied, they're all going to be part of the pool. Some honorable mentions because they got 29, so that's pretty close. There were also some 28s, but 29 is pretty close. Kivuk 1000, I forget how to pronounce it. Volmar 38, Fat Bastard 0 Alkaline, Strong Rocks 123, John Barry, and Mike's Ultimatum. We had a total of 54 entries, and we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So before I do the raffle for the winners, which I'll do at the end, I'm going to go through the questions. So the first one, what are the Ravnica guilds and their color combinations? So Golgari, green-black, Selesnya, green-white, is it blue-red, Azorius, blue-white, Rakdos, yada, yada, yada. You guys know what they are. Everyone did. First Planeswalker Battle Dominator between which Planeswalkers? It was between Nicol Bolas and a Great Demon Leviathan, who is unnamed. Nicol Bolas handily wins. I had 3 cards from Fallen World Exile, explain why they were ban restricted. So people picked lots of different types. There were lots of different ones. And if you got 3, you got them right. What are the nickname legacy deck that runs Sylvan Library? I pretty much gave it away. It's Maverick. Can a person use altered arts in official tournaments? It really depends on the judge. And that's really all it depends on. What MTG sets had all foil packs? The Lara block, you guys got that one right most of the time. What device entity was used by Nicol Bolas? That was the Mask of Mayosia and Night's Reach. Leshrac thought he had the Mask of Night's Reach, and it was actually just a fake simulacrum. So the real one beats the fake one, and that's how he lost in the battle. White bordered, black bordered, gold bordered. I like white bordered personally. I like how the cards blend to get into the sleeve, as I said here, and otherwise I like black bordered. Power 9, they're listed here. The Alpha Beta Unlimited, well, ABU Games is named from Alpha Beta Unlimited, so I thought it was fun. Also, Power 9, number 9 question. I'm so witty and coincidental, for that matter. And I liked Mr. Zoichi's story by saying that this girl was getting back at her boyfriend for cheating on her by selling his time walk for $1.50 at garage sale. That's very funny. Good one. The Eventide Duels, Cascade Bluffs, Fetid Heath, Flooded Grove, Rugged Prairie, Twilight Mire. If you guys have seen my EDH videos, you know I've mentioned them before. And why you use them, turn 2 untap dual land, and also because they filter your colors for you. In EDH, that's pretty good. Favorite Commander Arsenal. Mine is Sylvan Library. My Rafik deck is being foiled, so yeah, it's pretty cool. But I do like the older art better. Urza is a Planeswalker, and if you wrote creating the legacy or defeating Yawgmoth, that's pretty much, those are the main things he did. So that's what he's known for. Magikarp is the highest converted mana cost. I was thinking Gleemax when I came up with the question, but Draco was acceptable as well, because that's a legal card. And same thing with the Power Toughness. BFM is 2 cards. I thought that would be a tricky one. I was technically thinking Dark Depths Married Liege, because it's a 20/20 on a card, and it creates that creature, but Emrakul, Wellspine Worm, Married Liege, Big BFM, those are all right. What event happened to the first Ravnica block that made him run away? He was kicked, but from the Nephilim. They beat him up, and he ran away. Place a spell that can't be countered, 3 ways to resolve it. Exile spell, and the turn, remove the target. Player has 2 cards that say at the beginning of your upkeep, do X. The player chooses which goes first. Magic Lord Jessica was Kamal's sister. Kamal was a pretty huge player in the Onslaught block and on Otaria. So she was first phage, then she was killed by Kamal using a huge sword. He cut Phage and Akroma together, and they became Corona, which was a goddess of all of magic on Dominaria. So she was like the ultimate goddess of magic on Dominaria. And then when Corona was destroyed, Jessica became Planeswalker. And 3 transformations. Format type, dual commander. Pardon the printer behind me. Dual commander is 30 life. It's usually used by the French format. And then pick 1 magic card. Tiago-chan was the one I first heard of that happening, even though it was a couple times I was like, that looks like a human being. But Tiago-chan was the first one I heard about, and there was a bunch of different ones people got. It was pretty cool. Jace the Mind Sculptor spike in price. Pretty much, even though a lot of people were saying it's because of Modern, that is a proper answer. If you wrote that, you got it right. My personal opinion is that he was already at $70 before any mention about Modern came into play. So the spike of $30 is really not too crazy, given that he's being used a lot in Legacy Miracle Control. So I think the spike rise is one that people were buying them up to have them for Legacy Miracle anyway, and the Modern thing kind of played into that, but it could be one or the other. It could be something else. Who knows? What permanent type in EDH is most durable? Planeswalker. Okay, a lot of people wrote land. And land, it's true. I mean, you kind of see my little summation here, but pretty much land is a close second. But every deck runs some element of land destruction if it's a good deck. And there are so many cards that target lands, that have the word land in them. The number of cards that say destroy Planeswalker or do X damage to Planeswalkers, etc., are a handful at most. So Planeswalkers are essentially untargetable or unspecific to kill from almost every Wrath, almost, not all, almost every Wrath spell doesn't hit them. You need to have it destroy a permanent to get rid of them, or a non-creature permanent, non-land permanent, but some version of like a huge broad spectrum of kill, which is non-specific to them. Unlike lands, of which if it says destroy artifact, enchantment, land, that's a pretty common combination you see around. So you can argue about it with me. Pretty much I would say land destruction is not commonly used, but most decks have some version of it, and Planeswalkers on the whole are more difficult to kill just because there are fewer options to kill them with. How many Dragon Legend cycles are there? 4 Legends, Champions, Planar, Chaos, Invasion. And yeah, that's pretty much sums them all up. R&D's Marrow is Marrow Rosewater, and there's a bunch of cards like Marrow Noir and Molimo Marrow Sorcerer, etc. that use that sort of name. Phyrexia was an ancient Planeswalker dragon. It could be any of the other 4 who are not Nicol Bolas, but we know it's not Nicol Bolas because the dragon is dead and Nicol Bolas is not dead, so can't be Nicol Bolas. Who is the Planeswalker introduced Yawgmoth to Phyrexia? That was Daifan. He wanted to figure out how Planeswalkers work, so he stuck a dagger in her brain, which scrambled her brain. Planeswalkers can't use their magic if they can't think, so if their brain is messed up, they're unable to channel their magic properly. And then he tried to dissect her to figure out how it worked, and she eventually died. What is the future of premium cards? Well, most of them bend outward. Like they bend outward, not bending inward on the face, which most foils will do, and they don't. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I've never seen them do that. They have full face foiling. They're very bright or have a laser disc-like foil. Rainbow. What is your favorite character in the Magic universe? Nicol Bolas, pretty much. I've kind of mentioned before why I like him. He's just badass. He's awesome. Is the reserve list a good thing? This is an optional question. For me, I like that it's in place because when I acquire reserve list cards, I want them to hold their value since they're hard to get. I don't want to get them and then have them undercut from under me. There's a reason that I spend so much money on them. However, at the same time, I could use more of them, and they're expensive and hard to lay hands on. So, mixed feelings, but overall, I think it's a good idea it's still here, given what they can do with things like Modern Masters and stuff. They can bring cards back that are pretty good anyway. You don't have to get just the reserve list cards. There are plenty that are good without that. What is the legacy weapon? It was made with a bunch of stuff. You see it here. I don't have to read it all out. And it was used to destroy Yawgmoth and Phyrexian Invasion. And the recommendations pretty much were what I expected. I really liked a couple of them that you guys sent me. I'll definitely be considering them in future content. And so you'll know, stay tuned. And for those sort of things, I'll be working on that. And now in terms of let's go to random.org for our 7 people. So 1 to 7. So we're going to do 3 places. So we'll do third place first. Third place is 5. I'll just put it in top here. 5, that's third place. Second place is, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. 2. So much for being so random. So second place is number 2. And then last but not least, 3. Okay. So third, second, first. So let's see who won. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Walter Pick won third place. Then second place goes to Luke Frazier. And first place goes to Etched Hero. Those are the winners. So they can contact me. I'll be sending them PMs. So first place Etched Hero, second place Luke Frazier, and third place Walter K. 1989. I'll be contacting them. They'll have a couple days to get back to me with their addresses, and then I'll ship out the prizes to them. So seems pretty cool. Anyway, guys, so thank you to everybody, all 54 of you who entered, especially those who stuck through all the way to the end and really worked hard to learn all the questions and put the right answers in. I'm really amazed by your guys' interest, and I'm very happy that you had such a good time doing it. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback by it. 31 packs in 31 days, sponsored by ABU Games, is over. And congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to everybody else for staying involved. And of course, thank you to abugames.com for this incredible sponsorship and this incredible series. And I hope to bring you guys more fun stuff. For those who didn't win, there's always a next time. I have another contest running right now. You can find on my channel page, and you guys can stay tuned for future stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being involved. And as always, Roxbox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.